Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to another Social Matrix podcast. I am your host, Armin, and today we have a really good friend here, someone really dear to me. His name is Glenn. Glenn, please take it away. Tell us who you are, what you do, what you represent, and if there's any coaching programs that you have.
Wow. Okay. So, the to go quickly, my name is Glenn Ackerman, and I'm the founder and originator of a training methodology called Energy Awareness Training. And energy awareness training, I believe, is the strongest and most powerful personal development method in the world today because it reveals a whole nother area, a hidden area that we were never taught about living in this world. So imagine if you're going to do something and you only have half the information. If you only have half the information, you can only do half of what you're capable of doing. And the breakthrough that I made going through a much personal development, I'd be happy to tell you my story in a bit, but the discovery of the power of hidden energy
Mm.
is the solution to all of the problems we face as human beings, including dating, including the relationships we have with ourselves, and including the way we perceive this world. So I've been teaching this particular method now for about 12 years, pretty much privately. I'm here in West Hollywood, Beverly Hills, to celebrities and top corporate people as a high performance coach and an energy healer because those encompass the work of energy awareness training. And this fall, I'm going to be putting it out there and presenting it to the world. So, Armin, I appreciate you having me on the broadcast here today, and I'm fired up to go into it.
By all means, okay. Please, Glenn. I'm hooked. I love energy. I love chakras, Reiki, all that good stuff. But this is, I'm really excited to have you here, Glenn. There's a lot of folks that I've met that talk about energy, but it's almost like they read it from a textbook. So please take it away. I'm
Okay,
really curious and with your journey and whatever you want to share with us, please.
you
The
got
floor
it.
is yours.
Okay. Well, like many of you, I grew up in a semi-normal but troubled household.
Mm,
Of trauma and a lot of negativity in there too. So I couldn't wait to get out of there. In fact, my parents gave me an invitation to leave early at 17, and I was ready to go. And I said, I'm going to go out in the world and I'm going to make my fortune and I'm going to date my dream girls and I'm going to kick ass in life. And I proceeded to do that, in school and in work. But I began to notice through the years that there were thoughts and energies and
mm,
something inside me that was working against me, that would try to discourage me or that would try to remind me of the most painful times in my life or just block me like a saboteur. And I'm going, who is this? What is this thinking or this force that is going on against me? So I dove into personal development, and
mm,
and I took probably every course that was available, that how to work on yourself, how to heal yourself, you name it, I took it. And
mm,
I even went the traditional routes of therapy, psychology, psychiatry, and all those guys did was just give me drugs or want to just me keep talking about, endless BS. So I said, well, that's not the answer. So I'd go and just do, and I studied with everyone. I've been around for a while, so uh, I studied NLP. I became an NLP trainer. Worked with the masters who developed that for a while. Then I went into energy healing. Worked with energy healing masters. Then I worked with mystics who taught the secrets of the ages. I mean, you name it through the years. And I always learned something and picked something up with each of them but I was never able to get the whole picture. I was never able to get what I call now in alignment. There was always something to deal with, something falling out, and even though this what I call bully in your brain, the thoughts of keep putting you down, even though they got smaller, they were still there.
Mm,
And just to, hasten the journey up, so about 10 years ago, I went through a catharsis of, I was a very successful businessman, traveling around the world and making tons of money and living what I thought was the dream life. And then all of a sudden, it came to an end. I don't know if you guys remember the recessions of 2009 or 2010, but I mean, just stopped. And I went through a time where I go, whoa, this has been taken from me, or, what's it all about?
mm,
And I had a connection with the divine, but it wasn't clear. So during this time of intense working on myself and moving through adversity,
mm,
I was, for lack of a better word, downloaded or revealed
mm,
a way of understanding the mysteries behind life.
mm,
Because let's face it, how many times do we go, why did this happen? And why did that happen? And
mm,
you're trying to get this going on and it goes the other way.
mm,
Or something that looks perfectly good, especially women. Oh, that's the good one. You meet a gal and she seems to be everything you could want and you could see the future together, and 3 or 4 months later, the thing goes upside down and she changes or you change, and the thing blows up and you think, if only I had known then what I know now, I never would have gotten involved with that, crazy gal. So this is the experience that we go through, and so much of what we go through, we think it's just us. I know when I was growing up and out in the world, I got a lot of success in what
mm,
I was doing, but I always felt there was something wrong with me.
mm,
Maybe I was defective when I came out of the factory because everybody else looks so happy and everybody else seems to be kicking ass in life, and I'm doing okay, but nowhere as good as I know that I'm capable of doing. And living with that causes, a lot of suffering, especially the self-talk, what I call the bully in your brain, or that self-saboteur that says, you're never gonna do that. She doesn't want to go out with you. Who are you kidding? You remember what your mother said? And all of this trash that we carry around. So one of the things when I had this revelation, I recognized that there's a blueprint
mm,
for living on this planet. There's a blueprint that it's not just some crazy leaf in the wind, at random. No, that there's a blueprint for living, and the blueprint and the substance that connects everything is
mm,
energy. Now, we've heard that word thrown around so many times, but let me get clear about this. And I want to teach you guys something. I want to give you a lot of value here on this call. I want to give you as much as I can. So what was downloaded to me, without sounding too mystical, but what I began to experience and see was that everything that we're dealing with in the physical world is created
mm,
in the non-physical world. Whoa,
mm,
what? Yeah. So all of the problems that we face, with our careers or our health or our girls, and we're trying to figure what's the answer? What's the answer? Why is this going? It's all set up in the non-physical world, which is another way of saying in the hidden worlds.
mm,
So when you understand how the hidden worlds work, life becomes really clear. And when you're really clear, you don't make mistakes and you don't sabotage yourself and you understand the purpose of what we're doing here because we all of us were brought up in the educational system, right? We go to school and we get our diploma, and then we're supposed to get a job, and then we meet a gal, and we're supposed to get married, and we think that's the formula for happiness. Well, all of us have experienced, we've done all that, or at least a lot of that, and we aren't happy. There's problems, there's challenges that we're dealing with. So what do? Well, in the internet age, we're looking for coaches. We're
Mhm.
looking for personal development. We see Tony Robbins or guys like or motivate you. You can do it, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. And experiencing all of that works for a little while and then it doesn't. And then you need another book or you need another motivator to do that. And if you really look at it, if you've been doing this for a while, as I have, it's just a merry-go-round, one thing to another, and you still can't get to the level of living that you know you're capable of. All
Mhm.
of you guys who are watching us now, you know that as good as you have it or you don't have it, you know you're capable of much more. I know that and you know that. So I knew that about myself. So I'm thinking, well, why isn't it happening? And the answer came when I was downloaded the understanding of energy. So I'd like to give you some points about that, if I may, Armin, or if you have anything you want to add.
Oh wow, you said a lot of amazing things. Okay, a lot of amazing. I really love your terminology for downloading. I know exactly what you're talking about. I love energy as well, but I don't want to steal your thunder. Okay, this
Okay, okay,
said a lot of
great.
amazing things. No, but
So
by all means, Glenn, please go ahead. Yep, yep.
okay, well, all of you guys, since we're primarily talking dating here, so I'll mention this with that key topic. And I'm going to keep crack a window here. So, so all of us have grown up thinking, we got to make our money, we got to get our education, we got to get our girl. Well, so many of us think haven't had great results, with getting the girl of your dreams. Some of you get girls and yeah, they're okay, but the one girl that you want, the nines and the tens, or even the eights to tens, they're elusive. And you think, if I learn this technique, if I learn this pickup line, or if I learn game, or if I do the push pull, or if I nigger, you do all of these things, and it may work, it may not work. But even if it works, we got it ass backwards. We think if I get the girl, then I'm going to be happy. If I
Mm.
get the girl, that's going to prove that I'm a man. That's going to prove that I got my shit together. And it's ass backward.
That's so
It's
true.
ass backward because one of the reasons why men are having so much of a challenge in
Mm.
being able to get women is because of the the state of how they feel about themselves inside. And it goes like this. When you're energetically aware, there's some key points to recognize. First of all, understanding that the first law is that everything we're dealing with in this world is energy. You, me, money, girls, air, health, you name it, it's all an energy exchange. Now, some people might say, "Oh, well, I was taught that in biology." Okay, great, but let's advance it.
Mm.
So, if everything is energy, then on this planet there are certain laws about energy
Mm.
that you were never taught. And because you were never taught them, you made mistakes, you fell into traps and all that. So I'm going to really quickly clarify a few of those laws. Number one, Everything is energy. And number two, we live in a state of duality on this planet Earth, state of duality. What does that mean? That means that everything we're dealing with has an opposite to it, right?
Mm,
Up, down, right, wrong, good, bad, male, female, you name it. And that's important for us as we start to recognize the energetic laws.
mm,
Now, the third one is that every the unseen.
mm, mm,
So, so the state of your life, good, bad, or ugly, comes from your energy. Now, what do I mean specifically by your energy? I mean your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, your
mm,
memories, and your behaviors. The big five. That's what I call your energy. And your energy is interacting with everybody else's energy. Now, why this is so important is because there is a sequence of what we're doing and how it works in life. And again, I'm taking this from science. I'm taking this from the spiritual traditions. I'm taking this from a wide variety of all of the things that I've learned. So scientifically, we are 95% energy and
mm,
5% physical. So what that means in the law of duality means that we're both an energetic and a physical being at the same time. So what's fascinating about that is energy has no beginning and has no end. It's
mm,
infinite, it's eternal, it's unlimited. Our bodies are just the opposite. They're limited in time and space. They have a beginning, middle, and an end.
mm,
Now, these two, law of duality, these two things have merged. So we're both energetic and physical.
mm.
Now, the energetic drives the physical. There's no physical without the energy. There can be energy without the physical, but there's no physical without the energy.
Could
Armin?
you expand on that? That went over my head. Could you expand on that?
Okay. So, energy itself, according to science,
Mhm.
is a force that has no beginning and has no end. It's infinite. It's
Mm,
eternal. It's like the air we have. There's no limit to it.
mm,
It's infinite. It's eternal. So if you look into space, you go, wow, it's just endless. It's just infinite.
mm,
Well, we have that. That's our nature
mm.
inside our bodies. But
Wow.
no one taught us that.
Wow.
No one taught us that we are connected to an infinite, unlimited, eternal energy that
Mm,
we can use to tap into and
mm.
have good lives.
Wow.
What we're taught is, hey, we're a physical being. You're a baby, and then you're a teenager, and you're middle, and then you grow up, and you get old, and you die, and hopefully you have a good couple of memories before that. And that's what William Shakespeare called living a life of quiet desperation,
Mm,
because most people are not where they want to be, are not doing what they want to do, are not with who they want to be with, and having the life that they want. And that's what we were meant to be. And I determined I was going to find the answer, and I found it. And it's
mm,
called energy awareness training. And why I call it that is because I want you to be aware that everything that you're doing is an energy exchange. So, for example, with women, well, women are a unique energy unto themselves. You
mm,
have to know what the feminine energy is. If you treat the feminine energy like the male energy,
mm.
brother, you're going to suffer and you're going to be alone. Right? So you have to know how to do that. You if you want to make friends with the guy, you just walk to him, slap him on the shoulder. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Here's my name. You do that to a woman, she's going to call the police, right? And it's funny, but you guys know that.
Mm,
So the understanding of how energy works is as important to living life on this planet as knowing the weather. I mean, hey, don't you every day go outside and go, hey, what's the weather today? Is it sunny? Okay. Or if it's going to rain, hey, I'm going to need a raincoat. We look at the weather because the weather is a force that
Mm,
influences us. Our energy that we have is the same thing. And based upon the energy that we understand and can control, if we control our energy, either we control our energy or our energy controls us. I
mm,
repeat that. Either you control your energy or your energy controls you. Now, let's go a little bit deeper, okay? Is this fascinating? It's good
I
stuff.
love this, Glenn. Please go. Oh my, I'm my third eye is like
Um,
I keep seeing like two. I keep getting dizzy because you're changing the atmosphere as you're talking. But please, brother, continue. This is
Thank
so
you. Thank you.
incredible.
So here we are in this world, and and we have to, no one ever told us about the duality, especially the duality of energy. See, if everything's a duality, then energy itself must be a duality.
Mm,
So, so what does that mean? That means that one part of the energy is high vibration or
mm,
positive, the energies that we want. It's what we all want. We all want the high vibration energy because it's good, it feels good, it's happy, it's loving, it's joyful, it's moving up, it's free.
mm,
But no one told us if you're going to have the high vibration energy, guess what you're going to have to deal with?
mm,
The low vibration energy. Now, what you don't know is this energy,
mm,
its job is to keep you out of this energy.
mm.
So there's an active force
Good.
every day that works to block us
Mm,
from our highest good.
mm,
Now, this energy works very slyly, very cunningly. It doesn't announce, "Hey, you knock on the door. I'm here to sabotage your day. I'm here to ruin your day. Let me in." We wouldn't have anything to do with it. But
mm,
because it's covert and because it works in a hidden way, it has it gets its way.
mm,
Now, being energetically aware, one of the things I teach my students is every day you need to be aware that you're dealing with energetic forces that want to help you, and you're dealing with energetic forces that want to hurt you or take you away. So the job of the low vibration energy, let me go into the terms. The high vibration energy is here to inspire you. It's
mm,
here to inspire you to have your best life. It's here to take you to above and beyond all the pain and all the struggle for you to transform and live your best life so that when this is done, you're ready to go back where you came from. Because we're all here temporarily. No one told us that either. Everybody here, hey,
okay.
it's temporary journey here. There's a beginning, middle, and an end. And there's a place that we're all going to go to. Now, that's why we come here. We
Mm,
come here in physical form
mm,
for a energetic or spiritual purpose. And the challenges that we have, the traumas that we go through, the people who are mean to us or have abused us, that's part of the journey.
mm,
Now, the first part of our lives, we accumulate baggage, we accumulate limitation
mm,
until one day we go, I can't take this anymore. I got to know what's it all about. And it's interesting because here in my office in West Hollywood, I see, I used to, before COVID, I have celebrity clients come over. Some of the most famous actors and actresses, I'll cover People magazine. And I've had guys coming in here and they got everything you could want. You got everything that you could want. Millions of dollars, good looks, girls, fame. And they come in, they sit down, and I say, "How can I help you?" He goes, And they go, I'm 2 days away from suicide.
Mm,
Whoa,
mm,
2 days away from suicide, but you have everything that everybody could want. And he said, it's all illusion. I thought I came here. I thought if I got famous, that I could get away from the pain inside that I
mm,
suffered as a child, that I could show the people who abused me back home that I'm really something, and that this pain and this torment would go away. And it went away for a while. And I got to be a famous actor and made lots of money and bought out my mansion and dated hundreds of girls. But even so, after all that,
mm,
I still don't like the way I feel inside. I still feel that saboteur, and it sabotages everything that I'm doing. So this is one of the big lessons we want to learn. Go ahead. I mean,
quick question, Glenn. When you say saboteur, is that the same as like having that void feeling, like the black hole feeling, where you feel like you're not enough?
yes, yes,
Okay.
because everything, the
Mm,
one of the first steps to being energetically aware is to be able to see the world as energy and to be able to make the distinction. This is high vibration energy.
mm,
This is low vibration energy. And this is why this is a genius work. I don't take credit for it, I just channeled it. But I recognize this as genius work. Why? Because when you are able to see things energetically, you have X ray vision. You have
mm,
X ray vision to what's up ahead.
mm,
Now, one of the biggest regrets we have is the mistakes we made. When we make a mistake, it's painful. And why did we make we go back to the girl thing again. Could
mm,
be girls getting involved with a girl, could be taking a job, could be an investment or whatever. And someone approaches you and they say, or the girl, and you go, wow, you use your senses. You use what you were taught in school, right? We're all taught,
mm,
hey, use your logic, use your five senses, right? Make sure it's you can figure it out. Okay, so you figure out this girl, and you go, well, she's beautiful and she's
mm,
nice to me, and I'm attracted to her, and she seems to be cool. Okay, let's go for it. Let's get
mm,
involved, or this business deal, or this part. Okay, let's go for it because
mm,
you were using your five senses, which
mm,
are limited to the physical body. When you use your energetic senses, they're unlimited and they're always right. So, so in the first example, you use your five senses, you get involved with the girl, it's good for a while, and then it goes bad. And then it becomes suffering, and you're trying to hold on to this thing, and then you can't take it anymore. She can't take it, and you have a breakup, and you feel bad, and it's kind. And again, I repeat, if only I had known then what I know now, I never would have done that. Well, the genius of this work is that you're able to see then
mm,
what's up ahead. How
mm.
valuable is that, Armin?
Wow.
The ability to be able to make a decision and to be able to read the energy, because the energies will tell you
Mm,
if you can read them and you're energetically aware. It will tell you green light, this is going to work out.
mm,
Red light, this is going to be a disaster.
mm,
Now, this is so powerful because your senses will deceive you. Your senses will deceive you. No one taught us that. No one said, hey, your senses are going to deceive you and bring you lots of pain. What are you talking about? No, I'll just figure it out, right? It's all about no. There are things that you can't figure out because they're in higher dimension. You see, science says we're operating in a three-dimensional reality here, three or four dimensions, but basically that. But science says over 10 to 12 or more dimensions are taking place. So there are things going on that we don't see if we're limited to the physical reality. But when you tune into the energetic reality, now you're able to see the whole picture. You know what it is? It's like looking at a parade. The parade's going by, and if you're on the ground floor looking at the parade, all you see is what's in front of you. If you're a little higher, you can see where it's going. But if you're on the top roof, you can see where it starts, where it's coming, where it's going, and where it ends up. And that's the power of being energetically aware. So I mentioned this. These two forces are constantly working within us. We know, even as simple as something illustrate. Because people say to me, Glenn, are you telling me there's a force that's trying to disrupt me? That's trying to sabotage me? Come on. What is this? Some kind of scary, you know, spooky stuff? No, it's just the way the world works. For example, let's say it's the beginning of the year and yeah, you gain 20 pounds over Christmas. And you say to yourself, you know what? I need to lose this weight. I'm going to start working out at the gym, jump this fat, get on my diet, and look good. Sounds good, right? Makes sense. So what do? You sign up at the gym and you start working out, and for 2 or 3 weeks, you're running your program, right? Everything's the way you thought it was going to be. And then what happens? Another force comes in, and all of a sudden, it's tough to go to the gym. You don't want to go. It's cold. Every time it's time to work out, you get a thought, I'm hungry. I'd rather go eat. Or, I'm so tired. I'll go home and take a nap, and then I'll go to the gym, right? And you go home and take a nap, and it's 9 o'clock. I'm gonna go to bed. And this is how this works. It's all covert. It doesn't come to you and directly tell you, I'm here to sabotage you, but this is the way our thought processes work. See, no one ever taught us how to thought, Armin. No one ever taught us how the thought process works. It's only if you understand the energetic realms that you can see, oh, that's very clear. Now, it's the same way, in relationships, for example. One of the girls that taught me this a while back was a gal that I dated, and man, she was everything I wanted. I thought, oh, this is my wife material, man. Smart, intelligent, sexy, spiritual. Oh my God, she's got the whole, but I wasn't energetically aware then, and I didn't see the signs. Now, now we get a lot of faulty teachings, you know, as we're growing up. And one of them came from my own mother. And my mother said when I was a little boy, she says, Glenn, just whatever the girl does, just love her through it. Just hang in there and just be with her no matter what, and everything will be fine. So I'm 8 years old. I'm going, oh, okay. That's what my mother wouldn't steer me wrong, would she? She wouldn't give me the wrong advice, would she? So I get involved with these girls, and they start pulling shit, and and I forgive them, and they start pulling it again, and I go through all this suffering for what? Because I got faulty teaching. Energy awareness training, boom, you can see it right away. The minute things start heading towards a low vibration energy, you know the basic law. And if you learn one thing from me, guys, today, this is it. High vibration energy, the energy that you want, feeling good, peace, abundance, blessings, happiness, joy, freedom, all of those good things, that energy creates more high vibrational energy. So when I'm around happy people, when I'm around positive people, or let's say you go to a ball game, man, you got 50,000 people who are rooting for your team. People go nuts. Why? You can feel the high vibration energy. But when you're around people who are low vibration energy, people who are angry, pissed off, depressed, doing illegal things or stuff against the law, all that. What does that do? That brings more low vibration energies. Now, I'll give you an example for the girls. Girls are attracted to bad boys. Did you know that? Of course you did. They're attracted. Why? Because the illusion is these bad boys, are tough guys and you can't control them, and they're supposedly they strike the female image. So on the surface, when they're young and don't have the think, oh, I like a bad boy. You ask any woman who's ever dated a bad boy, how'd that work out?
Mm.
It was a disaster. That's how it works out. It's yeah. But I said, well, if it was such a disaster, why were you attracted to them? They go, well, I don't know. I kind of liked a leather jacket and a motorcycle, and he had a lot of drugs, or he was a celebrity, and so I see. So what you need to understand is the low vibration energy traps guys by giving you an ounce of pleasure
Mm.
followed by 10 pounds of pain. Ounce of pleasure, suck you in, right? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, you like it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And once it gets you in, boom!
So funny.
And you think, how did this happen? And so much of the questions that we have, I mean, this is such a fascinating topic. We could talk about it for hours, but I just want to give you a glimpse that the key to a happy life is being energetically aware. Because
Mm.
when you're energetically aware, you know how things work. You can see what's going to happen before it happens. You pick good people instead of uh, uh, bad people. You whether it's a place or a job or anything, it's going to tell you in advance. It will tell you in advance if you're energetically aware. Once you read the energies, it'll tell you if it's going to be good for you or if it's not going to be good for you. Am I making sense here,
Oh,
Armin?
you do. You are making just my context sort of drawing out. No, but you're making a lot of sense. Okay, I love that. Question for you is, hold on, I want to forget my question. Oh, when someone is in, they're feeling that low vibrating energy. Okay, what can
Yes.
they do to, lack of better words, to like kind of like snap out of it to move towards the positive energy, the high energy?
Great question. Great question. So this is the second part
Mm,
of energy awareness training.
mm,
Once you're aware of how the energies work and you're
mm,
able to recognize high vibration and low vibration, then the training part
mm,
comes from the ability to start cleaning, clearing, and cleansing
mm,
all of the low vibration energy inside you.
mm,
And another word for that is low vibration energy or even stress. Now,
mm,
all of us have low vibration energy or baggage that we need to actively clear. All of
mm,
us. There's nobody walking around who doesn't have it. Now, here's what happens. Remember, I said high vibration energy attracts more high vibration and low vibration attracts low. So all of us have within us low vibration energy operating. And this is the key to understanding yourself, the key to self-awareness. Let's say, everybody's got a problem with something. There's some kind of block. Some guys can't, they got a weight problem. They can't gain weight. They can't lose weight. It's been a problem their whole life. Other guys, got a money problem. No matter what they do, they just can't make money or they can't keep it. They make it, and they can't keep it. Others have a self-esteem problem that, father taught him he's never going to be any good. And no matter what he does, he still keeps
mm,
fulfilling that prophecy. Okay, so what these are uh, patterns. These are
Mm,
energetic patterns that live inside us and that are actively sabotaging our life. So when someone says, "Well, I've been working on this, and what can I've been afraid, I'm socially afraid my whole life. I'm afraid of people. I got anxiety. I got in stress. I've been a hypnotist. I've been a therapist. I'm on taking, Xanax. I don't know, like, and I've been with you your whole life. Yeah, okay. That's one of your key issues that you are here on this planet to deal with.
mm,
So what we do is I have methods in the training for being able to release and dissolve the low vibration energy. And it's three levels. Let me give them to you. One is your daily stress,
mm,
daily distress. Every day we get stress. There's no two ways about it.
mm,
Because every day when we operate, we have about roughly 30,000 thoughts going through our heads.
mm,
And what nobody told you is that the low vibration energy has access to your thought process. It can actually send thoughts to your head. Have you ever had a thought and you go, wow, where did that come from? That's not me. I'll give you an example.
mm,
I'm from San Francisco and I used to drive across the Golden Gate Bridge, on a regular basis. And on the Golden Gate Bridge, the only thing that separates the ongoing cars are these little cones. So there's a lot of accidents on the Golden Gate Bridge. They call it actually Blood Alley. So one day I'm driving across the Golden Gate Bridge, right? Beautiful day. I'm going on a date, pick up this gal, and I hear the voices, and the voice says to me, "Boy, isn't that a nice view out there? Look at that sun." I'm all, "Yeah, it's a beautiful view out there." And it says, "Hey, the car's running pretty good. That tune-up really made a difference." And I'm going, "Yeah, tune-up really went well." And hey, look at you're making great time. You're going to be there early. I'm all, "Yeah, I'm going to be there early." Hey, why don't you jump the divider and crash into the ongoing traffic? I'm like, what? 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 I looked to see if there was somebody in the back seat hiding. I go, where did that thought come from? That's not me. That's not something I would choose for myself. That's whacked out.
mm,
That's not my thought. And if it's not your thought, whose thoughts is it? You ever wondered whose thought? If it's not my thought, whose is it? And this explains when you're energetically aware, another attempt of the low vibration energy to try to control me. When you see a beautiful girl and you go, "Oh, I'd like to talk to her. I'm going to make an approach." Who do you think the one that says, "Are you kidding? She's going to reject you. You're not
mm,
worthy of a girl like that. You're not making enough money." You go up to her, she's going to reject you. It's going to be painful. So you're like, uh, 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 and then off she goes, and you go, but I should have. Why didn't I? And then you beat yourself up for not doing it. You
mm,
see, this is how it works. And if you don't know that that voice is not yours, it's not
mm,
yours, but it sounds like yours because you were never taught on
mm,
making the distinction between high vibration energy and low vibration energies. So to get back to the question, I have a method that I teach people on how to clear your daily stress. And it might take a little bit of time for me to show you here, but uh, it's important that you have a method to
mm,
clean your daily stress. Because if you don't clean it, what happens?
mm,
It's like us. When you come home from the gym and you're going out, say you had a great workout and you're all sweaty, and you got a hot date tonight. Well, are you going to go home and get out of your gym clothes and immediately put on your date clothes? No way. You smell. You got to clean that body. You got to clean it off. Then you put your clothes on.
mm,
Well, it's the same thing with our energies. We accumulate energy every day. and we've been accumulated since we were born. So there's a lot of stuck energy inside us, and that influences us. You know, when people say, I don't know why I did that. Why did I do that? That's not me. Why I can't believe that. You these guys who end up in domestic violence and with the guns and end up in jail. You ask these guys the next day, why'd you do that? And they go, I don't know, I never did it before. But what happens is the low vibration energy accumulates inside you. And that's why as we get older, we get more stressed. You ever
Mm,
notice that? The older you get, the more stress you get. They even call it midlife crisis.
mm,
When you got so much negativity inside you, it affects
yeah,
everything that you do. It affects your thoughts, it affects your emotions. What do you do with that? Well, what most people do is they try to medicate it. Hey, I got to smoke a doobie, or I
mm,
got to drink a six pack when I get home, or I got to go watch porn, or do hookers, or something. But all that does is just stuff it down more. So in energy awareness, one of the things that we show you how to do is how to process and release. Process and release, kind of like taking a breath, breathing in and you're breathing out, and you're
mm,
breathing in and you're breathing out. And this is a discipline that I teach my students.
mm,
And it's like teaching somebody how to work out. You can't really teach somebody in an hour podcast how to work out. But you can tell them the principles, and then you can say, hey, you want to learn how to work out? Call me. Let's set up an appointment. Let me train you the right way how to work out. By the way, I was a competitive bodybuilder when I was in college, so working
wow,
out is second nature to me, and it's a great metaphor
yeah,
for being able to discuss these truths. So just in the time we were talking about, all of a sudden you recognize there's a hidden world that
mm,
you were never taught. And that hidden world affects you every single day. Now, I know that if something's affecting me, I want to know all about it, right? If there's something affecting me that I don't know about, that if I knew about it, it would make my life better. I immediately
mm,
want to learn all about it. Now, some people choose to and some people don't. It's okay. But this is why I mentioned it in the beginning that this is above personal development. It's above self-improvement. What it is, it's a blueprint for life. Energy awareness training is a blueprint. So all the questions you've ever had about your life, about why this, why that, why did my mother do this? Why did my father do this? Why did my parents screw me up? Why did I do this? Uh, all of it is there for you.
mm,
Your biggest pain, your biggest trauma that you've been through is here for you. But you can't see that in the physical world. No, it's just a negative, bad thing, a horrible. No, but if you go deeper and really get what you're here to do, which is have your absolute best life, then the biggest obstacles and traumas that we've been through are here as guideposts for us
mm,
to overcome them and to go to a higher level. And when
mm,
I discovered this, I looked around the world and nobody knows this. Uh, being here in Hollywood, I get a lot of referrals, and I had a very busy practice. And I've even taught some of the greatest guys in pickup and
mm,
dating coaches. Some of the dating coaches that you guys know were students of mine.
mm,
Some of them I can't tell you, but some of them I can. And one of the guys were one of the originators of RSD. You guys remember RSD?
mm,
Owen Owen Cook, a great
mm,
guy known as Tyler, was one of my students. I taught him. I taught his whole staff actually when they were going through a challenge.
mm,
Great guy, and he used energy awareness training to go to even higher lengths of what
mm,
he's doing. Others as well. So I teach a lot of coaches,
mm,
and it's really important that that a coach keep working on himself and that a coach really looks in the mirror and walks the talk. You know,
Mm,
so there's so many bullshit coaches who go, "Oh, I read a book. Oh, I can coach," you know, and no, the time will either empower you or expose you.
mm,
So this is what it means to be energetically aware, and this is a vital tool for us to recognize if you want to live your best life. And I know you do, and I know most of your audience wants to live their best life, and I'm happy to contribute energy awareness training as a method to for people to discover this new reality and to benefit from it.
mm. Wow. Wow, I'm blown away. You're honestly, I have a million questions for you, but um I don't want to cut it short, but I do have like about 15 minutes or so.
Okay,
I have a, to be
sure.
honest with you, I got a job interview coming up soon. Extra pay doesn't hurt. No, but everything you said, Glenn, wow. First of all, I'm surprised I kept up. There's some things you said that not because I'm bald, but it went over my head. Okay, it was some things where you're really advanced. It's obvious. Now something I want to ask you is, so with all this wisdom and knowledge you have gained, um, because it's like an information glut. There's still a lot of things. How do you break it down to a basic level when you're like, let's say, I am going to offline. Okay, I will message you. Maybe not today, but I will definitely message you to. I really do want to invest in your coaching for energy. There's a lot of value in that. I see it. Now, with everything you have in here, I guess I don't know how to word my question, but how do you break it down to like an step
Great,
by
great
step?
question.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you mentioned this because if you're in personal development, you got 1,000 books, 10 ways to do this, 25 ways to do this. Remember to do this. Remember to do that. But you can't remember 5,000 things. But energy awareness breaks it all down to a workable system. Once you understand and are energetically aware, all of those laws and all of those techniques come naturally. This is what's beautiful about this. It all comes naturally because you understand and are practicing the energetic laws. So
Mm,
when you're dealing with people, or especially women,
mm,
you're instead of going, okay, remember to do this, remember to do that, remember to do this. No, you stay in a high vibration energy and you
mm,
recognize if there's ever any low vibration energy come in, and then you learn how to neutralize it, or you learn how to get away from it. So
mm,
all of these things, the answer to your question is it all comes natural when you
mm,
learn how to do it. All of it comes natural. And
mm,
by the way, the energy awareness training isn't just, for dating.
mm,
I'm also an energy healer, and I do
mm.
a lot of healing with people, primarily emotions, but I have cancer patients too that I work with
Oh,
who some of them have been in fourth stage cancer
oh,
and given a death sentence, and I work with them and they're alive today. Why? Because and I'm not making any claims, but what I do is there's the medical way of looking at something, which is the physical part, and then there's the energetic part. So I work on the energies. And remember what I told you, everything that's physical comes from the non-physical.
mm,
So when I'm working with somebody who has a physical problem, I know where that problem came from. It
mm,
came from the invisible. It came from the energetic. So when we change the mechanism, like for example, one of my students, a dear friend of mine, she had fourth stage breast cancer,
mm.
and the doctors were prescribing a double mastectomy.
Wow.
Holy smokes! Just cut them off. I said, well, let's use an energetic. First of all, get another opinion. Work with me. So what we found out was
Mm,
and anytime there's a physical response, it comes from non-physical, which means the energetic. And usually there's either trauma or some kind of big time resentment against someone. And
Mm.
as we worked together, I found out what that was. I healed it up. And in 90 days, she was cancer free.
Wow.
How cool is that? How
Super,
cool is
a
that?
superpower. I love that. Yeah.
You know what? It really is. It's a superpower. I'm able to take uh, things that have been bugging you for years, maybe a memory of
Mm.
somebody who abused you, or maybe you're embarrassed in school, and something that eats away at you. We all have stuff like that. I can take that and neutralize it
Mm.
so you don't feel it anymore. It's not there. And imagine if you had no fear of walking up to the most beautiful girl in the world. No fear. Just you knew what to do and you were in alignment.
Mhm.
You think your averages would work out better? Sure they would. And again, you want to be energetically aware to the situation. So there's so much, I have a course that's being published. It's being redone. I'm redoing it. 10 levels. I mean, I do energy awareness training for dating, for health, for
Mm.
career, for money, for self-esteem, for communication. So there's a lot of levels of energy awareness training, and my dream is to have an energy awareness training university, and that's what I'm in the process of putting together with a group of people here to have it could be online, maybe you could be physical, where
Mhm.
people come to learn energetic methods on how to deal with all of these subjects that we were never taught on how to succeed with them. You know,
Mhm. Wow.
they didn't have any dating classes when I went to university, and they didn't have any stress courses when I went to university. None of this. Coming around a little bit,
Mhm.
there's more to deal with. In fact, what's interesting is there's a book that's on trauma and on energy,
Mhm.
and it's been on the best New York Times best-selling list for 5 years.
Mhm.
It's a tough read. That's why I'm in the process of finishing my book,
Mhm.
both print and audio, and I'll be getting that out probably the first of the next year here.
Mhm.
So we got lots going on. I've got a message to give to people, and that is that you can have the life you want. And the reason why you don't is because you didn't get the information.
Mhm.
It's like school. If you don't know what's on the test, how are you gonna pass it? Oh, we're having a test. What's it on? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? How can I study for it if you don't know? It's the same thing with life. We've only been given a smidgen of the information, and
Mhm.
and the stuff that works, which is reading, writing, and arithmetic, that works.
Mhm.
So we learn a skill, that's great, and we learn how to function in this world from our five senses and our logic. But there's a whole nother realm of the world that goes beyond the five senses and goes beyond logic. And that's roughly about 50 to 60% of our life experience.
Mhm.
So to be not to have that is to have a gaping hole in your education. To have that gives you an extra edge, and the edge that makes life worth living and makes your full potential life a potential reality that is likely to come true.
Mhm. Wow. That is deep. Wow. Wow. So, all right. So, I got one more question for you, Glenn. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You blew me away. I really, first, but before I ask my question, I loved what you said. You said that, there's like a realm, okay? I have an idea what we're talking about, but again, um I don't want to steal your thunder, okay? But I love that you said there's another realm, okay, that nobody really talks about, right? Or nobody even knows, like out of ignorance, like just you can't tap into it if you don't know. Now I love that. Now, just for the sake of time, again, I got like 5 minutes left in here.
Okay.
Could you? Let's see. See, like we have to do this again, okay, Glenn? We have to do it
Yes. This
longer.
is part one.
Yeah, part one. Okay, we have to do it again. I have a ton of questions for you, but I'm trying to pick one of them. What's a question that actually, you know what are some literature, or even you could even promote yourself. What is some literature, books, TV shows, or anything that you would recommend for someone to get more involved in it?
Well, I have a YouTube channel with
Mm.
over 50 videos of different aspects of my work. Everybody's more than welcome to do that. And I'll tell you, I'll make you, you've been very kind to me, and I have a lot of respect for your work. I think you're the real deal. And so many dating coaches are out to lunch, but you really care about your students and you really make an effort to provide value. I've noticed that, and that's why I'm doing your podcast, because your group provides real value to your students. So I'll do this for 10. I can only do 10 students who want to uh, talk to me.
Mhm.
I'd be willing to do a 15-minute energy evaluation for them, just for 10. So I can't do any more because I'm pretty busy, but for 10, if they contact me, and they can contact me either on Facebook Messenger or on
Instagram.
Instagram. Yeah, on Instagram, either those two.
Mhm.
Feel free to contact me. I'll give you my email also for a direct. It's very simple. EnergyTitan at Gmail.
Love it.
EnergyTitan
So
at
badass.
Gmail. Uh, I'm happy to share this work with your students and people who are interested, because
Mhm.
every time I do this, I get inundated because people have so many questions and have studied with so many different coaches and haven't gotten the results they wanted.
Mhm.
And they, like me, see the 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 opportunity here to go to a quantum level, the next level. And I'd love to tell you in our next class, I'll tell you some of my students who've had tremendous results. I mean, I'm blown away by them, and they're all over the world. So I'll go over that
Mhm.
when we have more time, and
Wow.
just share more energy awareness, because that's where it's at, you guys. Your energy awareness is the new AI for personal development. You guys know everybody's talking about AI, energy awareness training, or uh, EAT, I call it.
Eating it.
Eat it up. EAT, energy awareness. It's the new AI for really understanding and getting the advantage. I mean, when
Mhm.
you are energetically aware, you have a huge advantage over somebody who's not energetically aware. Huge, huge. And we'll talk more of that. So again, you want to email me, energytitan at gmail.com,
Okay.
or reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook Messenger, and I'd love to talk to you for 10 guys. I'd be happy to do a 15-minute evaluation of what you're doing and how things are working for you, and give you some insights on energy awareness training. And then
Mhm.
next time we get together, I'll be probably my course or my book will be ready to come out, so we'll be able to do stuff there too.
Yeah, please let me know. I would love to support you and buy you. Regardless, Glenn, I was going to buy you a book anyway. I would love to do that. Glenn, I want to be one of those students, okay, out of the 10. Okay, so
Sure,
okay, no, you're like a master. This is really amazing. Yeah, wow. Well, you know what, Glenn, thank you so again, like just a lack of time here. Thank you so much, for coming here, and thank you for your patience as well. Like I
sure,
can't, okay, so you were really patient with me. I appreciate that. Um,
sure.
and next time, yeah, next time we're gonna, okay, we're gonna go deeper into it. A longer call. This can't be a 1 hour. It has to be like 2 hours.
Right,
No way,
right.
1 hour.
I tell you what, okay, I have some time Friday.
Hmm.
I'd be willing to make some time for you Friday. I've got what time zone are you in?
Eastern,
Eastern. Okay.
like
S-
New York.
So so I could do a 2 o'clock with you
Hmm.
on Friday. How's that looking for you?
2 o'clock Eastern. Let me check.
Yeah.
Give me one moment. Mm, I'm. It's gonna be tricky. Could we do it possibly? Could we talk offline about it?
Sure. Let's talk
Okay.
offline
Yeah.
about it. I'm flexible.
Okay.
I'm flexible. I got Friday's open, so
Okay.
we can figure out a time.
My Friday is open too, and to be fair, I set up like a few plans already. Okay, but Let's talk about it offline, okay? I'll talk to you on Instagram chat, more about it. Yeah,
Best
and then
best way to contact me is on Messenger. I got to get back to
oh,
my Instagram.
I'm
I've
gonna do that.
been checking that. It's just that you can do so much more with Messenger that
I love it. Yeah,
that you can do on Instagram.
I agree with you. No,
So
I'll definitely message you. After this, I was gonna go to dinner with the family, but I will definitely message you, okay? And then on
right,
Instagram.
I'm at a pocket tomorrow.
Yeah, no
Just so
worries.
you know, I don't do any business. It's a big holy day for us.
Okay, no worries.
So yeah, we can either talk tonight or
Okay,
talk Friday morning.
perfect. Yeah, we'll definitely have conversations, Glenn.
All right, Armin. Hey,
Cool.
thanks so much, brother. I appreciate it.
Hey, anytime, Glenn. And hey, you have a blessed day. And I
You
would,
too.
again, we'll talk offline, okay? I'm really excited right now. So we'll talk offline.
Good.
And, we'll go from
I
there.
believe me, just between me and you become energetically aware, your life will boom. You
Mm,
boom.
I love
You
that.
won't even believe yourself in a year from now. You go, holy smokes. Just so you know. So you
Agree
got
with
something to
you.
look forward to.
I do. Listen, I'm very excited. Glenn, thank you again. God bless you. And then I will send you
God
this
bless you.
recording as well. Thank
We'll
you.
talk online. All right, brother. Bye.
Awesome. Have a good one. Thank you.